And we live.
I'm excited already.
We have our first non-life insurance guest, Mr. Varun Bhan.
Hey, get down.
Are you philosophical?
Yes, I believe to a certain extent. Yes.
So, what's the purpose of life?
You know what? That's a great question. All your questions are awesome, man. I love this. So I think about this almost every day. And I'm like, this is not we don't just born, go to school, get a job, eat, have kids, and then die. Like that's not life. I'm like, nah, this isn't it. This is not life. We're born with a purpose, and it's like, yes, you should find your purpose in life. What do I like? What drives me? It could be anything, right? And when you start focusing on what you like to do, you know, everything will kind of fall in place. How you feel time is moving quicker?
I do. But I think that's also because like what was a year when we were younger is now it's relatively smaller than what it was before.
Okay, well, now that we're all older, like time does move differently for us. Like, you know, when you're going from 5 to 6 or 5 to 7, that amount of growth is exponential, it's huge. But when you go from like 30 to 33, it's not.
And we live.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm excited already.
Yeah.
I'm pumped up.
At the time of this recording, again, I know I keep saying this because we really, you know, we decide where to place each episode kind of when it comes time to upload a new episode. But we have our first non-life insurance guest, like non-insure tech life insurance, non-industry within that industry guest. Mr. Varun Bhan.
Hey, get down.
That's right. Yo.
How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We're awesome. We're so super excited to have you on the podcast.
Thank
I
you.
don't know much about you, and just based on the conversation we had a few minutes back, Rana knows a lot about you. So
Yeah. I was about to say, you don't know much about him. I know a lot about. I know too much about him. Yeah, go ahead and just like introduce yourself to the world, to Nishant and the world, and then also just like I said, we're gonna do this real conversational. You know what I'm saying? There's no like questions we got.
No, it's all good. First off, you know, thank you guys for having me. It's awesome to be on your podcast. I appreciate it. This is so cool. So my name is Varun. I'm out here in the States. I live close near Rana. I'm a pharmacist, hence I'm in my scrubs going to work after this. Really spiritual, love music, Afim music coming out there. Plays instruments, and I'm a big foodie. It's the biggest thing. So you name it, I love to talk on it. You know, I have been told I have a mouthpiece, so I like to talk.
Which is perfect. That's perfect for this right here, because like, yeah, Nishant, when he saw the first clip go live, like the intro, that like podcast intro clip or whatever, and he was like, "Yo, get me on there." Right?
And also, like, side note, like, me and Ron are close, so anything, you know, I'm like his. I used to say I'm his number one fan, but you know, he's engaged now, so I can't take that title. But I'm still outside of his wife. I'm his number one fan. So whatever he's doing, I'm like, I need to be part of this. What are you doing?
Whether back when it was like making music, he's like, "Yo, like let me pull my whip up in the car, like in the video and stuff like that." You know what I'm saying? Like
some background people.
Yeah, so no, that's cool, man. Hey, yo, the scrubs are clean. I'm gonna say that.
Hey, actually, real quick, shout out. This is I like supporting Up and A. This is Janu Scrubs. It's a Indian doctor. She's out in Cali, I believe. But yeah, best scrubs. Wow. A lot of medical professionals, everybody in the industry loves to push figs. Figs are great. They're cool. I'm not gonna say anything bad, but a lot cheaper, just as comfy, if not comfier. I love them. We get lots of compliments. They got every color, every style. So shout out to Janu Scrubs.
Yeah, that's cool. No, those are clean, man. And that's cool. They're Indian.
Yeah,
you know, that's cool. And like, no, I was gonna say, like, it's like what gets me like about like your setup right now is like your scrubs match the curtains.
Well, what's the saying? The what matches the curtains? Does the carpet match the curtains?
Yo, that's funny. Yo, that's good, dude. That's good. Wow, yeah, bro. Go ahead. Tell us more, bro, just about what like your upbringing and
Oh
uh
man, you hit in a very special place in my heart. I was born and raised in Canada, born in Hamilton, just outside of Toronto, and then grew up in Brampton. Everybody knows Brampton. Brampton blew up now. I'm a Brampton boy at heart. I went back to Brampton to find my wife. So, oh, it's funny I had to throw it out there. Yeah, no, it's like it's the greatest place. I had the best upbringing. I love winter sports. That's why I grew up. Everybody in Canada did that. Like you especially in my area, you had to ski, snowboard, skate. I swim. That was a big thing too. I had a lot of friends that did that. Everybody's into hockey. I didn't go the hockey route. My mom pushed me in the opposite. I didn't care for hockey, being Canadian, and it's like, how are you Canadian like hockey? But I learned how to skate, and then there's a divergence. It's like, okay, you've passed all the skating lessons. It's like, all right, you have two choices in life now. If you want to continue skating, you either go play hockey or you go figure skate. And my mom was like, well, since you don't like hockey, you have to keep skating. So I'm gonna put you in figure skate. I was the only boy there, and
dude, actually, I don't think I knew this. That's
you
crazy.
know, my mom was trying to hype me up. She's like, "You're the only boy there. There'll be all girls. Like, you'll get to like meet girls." And I was like, I don't know, like 9, 10 years old. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I want to watch fucking TV. Fuck this. But yeah, no, I went. Yeah, I love skating and stuff. Moved to Brampton way back, like, so fun fact, actually, Russell Peters, everyone knows Russell Peters. Russell Peters' brother was one of my substitute teachers. So he was a sub teacher at the time. I mean, I'm sure, I don't know if he still does it, probably doesn't obviously do it now, but yeah, he's substitute teacher or substitute in Brampton and kind of float. So we've had him a couple times. I was kind of like the era. It was like way before all the modern Brampton stuff you see now. Like, not modern, but all the publicity that Brampton gets, all the negative light that Brampton gets, it's kind of crappy because of like, I still feel that, Brampton I grew up in was great. It wasn't what it is now. And not saying that what it is now is bad. Like, I don't think it's bad. It's just different. It's a different world. But that's everywhere. Like people say that about, Chicago, New York, anywhere you go, like they'll say that, oh, it's not the same place I grew up in. Yeah, times change. Like, it is what it is. I again, it still has a special place in my heart. I love Timmy. Shout out Tim Hortons.
Yeah,
the food quality, to get off topic, like food quality out there is a lot better than it is, I'd say, in America. That's the biggest thing I miss is just being a foodie. Like, the biggest thing to me, I think, is like the dairy. So like milk and yogurt and just baked products, like that stuff tastes a lot better over there than it does in the US. I don't know why, but
no, I think a lot of you'll see. I know people from the UK say the same thing. Like,
yeah.
So
that's the thing. Yeah, like in Europe, their food quality is very high. It's a very high quality of, like, they don't allow the type of junk, that additives, preservatives, flavorings, colors. Those things, a lot of them are banned in Europe, and for good reasons. So
right.
It is what it is.
And then a lot of like Americans, when they eat that food, they're like, "Oh, this is trash," but like
they think it's bad.
They're accustomed to the all the refined and ultra processed.
Like around out where we are, I'm gonna like disclose this, but like Schnucks or like just any of the grocery stores you go to, they'll have a bakery department. Sorry, and they'll have like, they'll bake bread, and when you go and smell it, you could smell the chemicals in it. No, like, why is high fructose corn syrup in bread? Why is there like these weird type of binders? It's bread. It's just water, flour, salt, and yeast.
Right.
Why is there this junk in it?
Yeah, no, that's
So I go off on for days.
No, that's good. No. That's what this is about. That's what this is about here, man. No, we this is good. Yeah, no, it's like Nishant, like I'm sure y'all hear a lot about like the food over here, right? Like, being like crap.
Few weeks back only, you introduced me to, like, I didn't know that, but you guys put injections in the chicken. That's why you.
So yeah, they do.
I didn't know that.
They everything gets shot up, man. Everything gets an injection of what do you call it? Like antibiotics and all types of stuff because of the living conditions that they're not like. Okay, for like, again, all getting off topic. Like, I'm vegetarian, but if you eat meat, that's cool. It's whatever. But if it to me, it's more of how they're raise in productivity and how it's kind of how it's done is what's kind of gross about it and nasty because and there's a lot of light shed on it, but it really because of the living conditions that they have to endure, they pump them with all these antibiotics so they don't die or spread mass diseases, and then the people that eating them don't get them and whatnot. So not to say like, you know, other countries are much different, but I feel like certain areas maybe be cultivating their meats differently than they do out in the US.
Yeah, no,
So
like
what's the solution? What can be the solution of it?
Oh man, so I think just more ethical farming in terms of that, but it's really it's hard.
yeah, we're so far gone from that. That's what's
That's
sad.
that's the thing. It's like, you know, back in the day, you would go and hunt, or like you'd have like a butcher that would just have his stuff and just like go kill his own thing and, you know, the local shop, and that was it. Now, because of mass productivity and globalization, it's like, oh, we gotta everything comes down to dollar and cents. And I think what a lot of people don't know, and I'm sure like people watching this would know, but like what I found out, I don't know, like maybe like 10 years ago, I watched this documentary. I don't remember what it's called, but I looked into it further, but it was mind blowing to me that India is the number one producer of beef for like the majority of that region, like Asia or the Middle East. It's wild. It's like, what? Like how could a country that reveres, and this is our, you know, sacred animal for good reason. It's not that we worship cows. These are reserved animals. A cow has like everybody has an aura. Modern science, you put people in these machines that they got now, they'll tell you, oh yeah, you have a resonance, everybody beams an energy. Well, a cow's energy beams for, I don't want to say a mile, but it's a great distance, maybe a quarter mile. It has a very large peaceful aura about it. So it's like, that's crazy that, you know, so like getting back to like your question, I guess, or everything, it's crazy that this culture that has, oh, you know, this is our sacred animal. Yeah, we're the number one producer. We're gonna slaughter this MF. We're gonna ship it. We're getting money for this, but you can't touch it in the street.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, it's crossing the road. Don't touch it. We'll slaughter it later.
That's funny. Yeah, no, Nishant sent me a video like I think 2 or 3 weeks ago of like someone cooking like chicken there. Like it was like the raw chicken, and each like breast and piece of the chicken was like small, right? They're like really tiny.
Yeah.
And like that's like what people here call Cornish hens, right? Like they're really.
Oh, that's right. You know, I didn't think of that. No,
Yeah.
but those are probably the real chickens, like the chickens we have here, and like the cows, like the A2 cow in India, I think, is like the OG, the original cow, and they've been genetically and artificially selected to get these specialty breeds that are perfect for slaughter. It's like we need to sell it by weight, so let's select for the fattest chicken we can, and that's, yeah, exactly what you said. You saw the breast and the leg, everything small.
Right, and I was like, man, like, yo, that thing is like, you could put like 10 of those together to get one breast here. It was crazy. Yeah, dude. But yeah, dude, this dude sends me like hecka like food videos. He loves food a lot, so he'll like send me like food videos, like POV of like chefs in the kitchen like cooking with the like GoPro on their head.
Yeah, it's great.
But yeah, dude. No, what else though, man? Like you like you have a lot of different facets to you.
I do, yeah. I'm very multi-dimensional or multifaceted.
Yeah. So like what do you want to touch on, I guess? Because I could ask you because I know you, but I want you, like, what do you want to touch on for the world?
Oh, bro. I mean, so obviously, you know, Nishant's in India, and I'm presuming he has like a pretty like India following. I like talking about just kind of geopolitical topics, global topics, things affecting India, the world, US, food, spirituality. That's kind of, I know it's kind of like off of what you kind of, you know, what your bread and butter is, but that's okay. Music. So I'll like give you the genres, and you can just kind of you throw it out, Ron. I want you to be
like Rana mentioned before.
yeah, both you guys.
Rana mentioned before after he invited you, he's like, bro, I got another friend of mine, right? I'm like, okay, what does he do? Like, he's a DJ. Okay, that's cool. So I would love to hear more about that, because I have zero clue about what a DJ.
Awesome. Yeah, no thanks. Actually, yeah, I was like Rana, I'm big into music. I love music. Again, it comes back to my mom. So I know Ron, I want to touch base a little bit. I'll backtrack a bit. Growing up, upbringing. So I was actually, my parents were divorced. My mom and my nanny, they raised me, and they pushed that. I always say I had a great upbringing. I had a great childhood because they pushed a lot on me. They were like, "No, you got to do stuff. You can't be, sitting there doing nothing. Like you got to cultivate your mind." So my mom put me in a lot of things. Music was a big one. So I play harmonium, vaj, I play tabla, I play dol. My mom had me in piano lessons as well. So music's been a big part of my life. Kirtan, bhajan, like didn't matter if it was a gurdwara temple or like various other music avenues of singing. I've won. I was in like 2 bands when I was growing up in Hamilton, and we went to like Ontario Conservatory of Music, and I had won first, second place a couple times. So singing, music's a big part of me. And I feel like touching on the DJ thing. So I actually got on DJing like a while ago, and then I kind of fell off the bandwagon because I ended up going back to school and become a pharmacist at a later point in life. So I kind of put that on the back burner. But yeah, I think going and kind of seeing the stage for like Indian brown artists in general is kind of like reignited that spark. Like, oh wow, look at all these guys out here like killing it. Like we got so many in all genres, not just like Punjabi or like Indian or like other various Indians, like mainstream EDM. Like there's Kashmir. Rana and me went to go see who was it? Sick Kick. Yeah. Like, and I was just like, this is amazing. Like, this is so cool. I love this. So that kind of re-inspired me. And I'm like, I need to hop back in it. Went back out and bought my controller, got like a DJ Flex 4. I just want to start getting back into doing that again. So I don't have any like mixes I have released yet, but it's coming soon. Definitely within the year. That's a big thing. So it kind of ties into my mindset on that right now is actually deep into like spirituality and numerology and astrology. Not just one path. So like, not just like, Vedic astrology. The other one I follow is like, the Asian, the Chinese astrology. They're the Chinese zodiac. So we're in the year of snake. I'm a snake. So to me, I'm like, I have to grind harder in this year than any year ever, because this is like my year. Energy's aligned. You can make your bag, you can succeed, you can grow the most in your energy, like in your year. And if you believe it or not, it's like regardless, to me, I'm like, the facts are there. There's celebrities that are out there that have like done terribly, or major league athletes that have done terribly in their enemy year, or they got snagged in an enemy city. Like the stuff gets very deep. So even like where you live state wise, you have to look at like, or any country, city, wherever, province, when was that state founded? What year was that? So like that kind of is like the birth of that year or that area. So this stuff gets like very deep. Like people will succeed or not succeed depending like on where their energy is aligned. So I know I kind of go off on a tangent, but it's just kind of, everything's kind of like webbed together. All of this kind of like weaves together.
How were you introduced to spirituality?
My nani was like, I guess what you would say, like my first guru. And then on like my dad's side there, they have a lot of like pundits on their side as well. So like growing up, like I had my thread ceremony, and that was, I want to say even before that, because like, so my nani would like read Ramayan, like Ramayan Path. And she taught me like how to read Sanskrit. She taught me kirtan, like dolki, like dolak, basic stuff. She played harmonium. So like I spent a lot of time with her and spent a lot of time going to temple and learning and sitting there and like absorbing. And then the other thing too, it's like, yeah, there's people even that I know that I grew up with that like their parents were kind of similar minded, but they didn't have it in them to go that way. So they just were like, yeah, I'm here because I don't have a choice. I'm a kid. And then they grew up and just kind of deviated, did their own thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just kind of like, what's in you? What do you vibe with? What draws you in? And I feel like that's been kind of a place I would turn to, because at the end of the day, like, no one can really help you but God. So if these things and practices, meditation, yoga, breathing techniques, all these things like help center you, reground you, give you focus, allow you to progress. It's really like a cheat, like not a cheat code, but it's like a hack to life. It's a hack to recenter yourself and to move forward.
So for someone like me who was never introduced, or like I never really got interest, or like I never really took out time to understand spirituality. How
Yeah.
would you introduce it to me? Like, how would you explain it to me?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a great question. Like, you guys know me. Maybe because like I have a bias now because I know like obviously like you're in India,
Mhm.
you're Hindu. We talked about this a little
Yes.
previously. So I'd say, first thing I would say there's a creator, like this doesn't exist. We all kind of like live, this is kind of like a matrix world. There is a creator, there is somebody that's in charge, whether you want to believe it or not. There is a higher power that's governed. Um and how I'd like kind of introduce to it is just go and explore. I would say literally just go, and it doesn't have to be just Hinduism or Sikhism or whatever. I would literally tell you, no, like if you should go and explore every type of channel. Like they're all pathways that lead to the same thing. So I would tell you, no, go and sit, go spend some time, spend half a day, spend an hour in a temple, spend a half, like, go to Gurdwara, go to church, go to like a Jain temple, like go and explore and kind of feel where you vibe, kind of feel where it feels comfortable with you and that kind of resonates with you. Um, for me, like my daily worship is lighting the jewel, lighting a diya and sitting down and saying my
Hmm.
prayers and breathing. And I feel if I don't do that, or if I leave my house without that, I feel like I missed something. It's kind of like I didn't eat or something, like it's important because there's things that could have, like, just going off topic, like, we can go out and get hurt or something. So it's like, if I know I prayed before I went, maybe like that, whatever I was supposed to go through that day, maybe they lessened it a little bit. That's just my thought process on it. Like, it's a guide, protector.
Hmm. So, like, I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might sound stupid, but
Oh,
like, I need to clarify that. So, if for someone who believes in God and for someone to be spiritual, are those two things same, or is it
I
fine
know
differently?
that's funny. Yeah, I get asked that a lot, and I'm like, or I get quite. I've heard that, and I've got asked that a few times, and I'm like, you know, it I I don't see, to me it's like they're the same, because I can't differentiate between the two, because whether you believe, you call it God or the universe, or oh, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. Okay, well, I get it, but that those practices are, they were eternal, like Sanatan, they were always there.
Hmm.
So modern anglicized terms of religion is, if I could speak freely, just like the white people term, you know what I mean? Like, the American,
Hmm.
religion, like these things never had titles to them. Like, they were just pathways of life. Like, they were just, oh, I'm here, this is what we do. They were never like, this is this religion, this is this religion. It was just, that didn't exist. So to me, whenever I hear, like, you hear it in America a lot, it's like, oh, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. Like, okay, yoga, okay. Your chai tea latte.
Yeah,
Okay, sure.
I, I,
Okay,
uh, I do yoga, and I do goat yoga sometimes.
and turmeric. Oh my god, golden lattes. But no, so to like circle back, like, yeah, like I laugh a little bit inside. Call me whatever it is you want to call me. I do laugh about it because I'm like, okay, where did this come from? Did it drop from the sky? Give it its due. Give it its. I'm like losing the word, but like, pay respect to it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this stuff you didn't create it. It came from India. Like that's kind of like the thing I've kind of pivoted right now, and I'm just focused. Like, I think it's funny with all the, obviously being, we're brown, and all of the crap and hate that you see out there, and all of the nonsense. Like, people like will take a trip to India and they'll just go literally to the slum and be like, oh my god, look what they're eating. And I'm like, okay, I could do the same shit here. I could go to the
Hmm.
south side of Chicago and show,
Yeah.
like, that is not like, it's so irritating. And then the fact that these people like just go out and exploit all of our culture and history, and it's like, that's not cool, man. Like, it's just, nah, like, what, like, where did this come from? It came from India. Like, yoga,
Hmm.
vegetarianism, like, where, what, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no,
it's wild. the biggest thing, like, coming out of like in terms of like Brampton, there's in Canada, there's a lot of animosity. I don't like to use the word hate, but I mean it's hate. There's a lot of hate towards the students. You don't have that. I don't see that student problem in the US as much, or in a few other countries, but it's huge in Canada. And what the Canadian population fails to realize is that, hey, you know what? Guess what? They didn't just come there. The government allowed them to come there. The government created laws to bring them, to let them in. And guess what? When you go to flipping Miami, when you go to Cancun on spring break, when you go to dorms, what do you see? Don't you see frat boys? Don't you see them acting the fool? But it's okay because they're just frat kids. What's the difference? These are just frat kids coming from India. Like, it's the same thing. But when they do it, they're brown, and it's bad. And like these students, blah blah blah. But like, when you go to Cancun, or like you see, was it Pledge Week happening on dorms?
Right.
Why aren't people like posting this shit and be like, oh my god, look at all these kids, look at these damn kids, look at these people coming to the dorms and up the dorms. Oh my god, they're in the toilets. Oh, they're in the hallways. Oh, they're everywhere. Like, I don't get the double standards. Like, that's literally what it is. Yeah, like I'm not out here saying that all this what the students are doing is like great. Yeah, they're doing a lot of stuff. Like, let's be real, like they are. They're doing a lot of dumb, and it is what it is. But a lot of them come there and they just want to learn and study and work, and they're contributing members to society. So it's like you can't say that all of you can't title all of them as being bad when, like, there are bad apples. Like, they do some dumb stuff. Not like the dumb stuff I've seen on reels and clips, and I'm like, or like, what are you doing? How did this car end up in a tree? But again, like, this probably get me in trouble. I would know, but like, it just comes down to, hey, guess what? Your government allowed this, and look who's in your government. Like, your government created laws for this to happen. They open the things so people could come.
Right.
Like,
it's funny. Nishant is like, man, like, this is a whole lot of perspective I ain't got before.
You ask me a question, you'll get like five. You'll get an answer on like 5 different topics that tie in with that too. Like,
I told him that. I said, don't worry about preparing nothing. Like, it's just like, but
okay, I ask this question all the time. So, are you philosophical?
Yes, I believe to a certain extent. Yes.
So, what's the purpose of life?
Oh man,
what's your purpose of life?
What? That's a great question. All your questions are awesome, man. I love this. You guys have to have me back on again. So I think about this almost every day, or at least 3-4 times. That's quite a bit on work week, but at least 3 times I'm sitting at work and I'm like, it crosses my mind. I'm like, this is not we don't just born, go to school, get a job, eat, have kids, and then die. Like that's not I'm like, no, this isn't it. Like, I literally feel like a robot, like doing the 9 to 5 thing. I'm like, this is not life. Like, it's life. Like, this is our karma. Like, we're born. Life is karma. Everything's karmic debt. So I'm like, yeah, we have like, accounts payable, accounts receivable. So we're born with a purpose, and it's like, yes, you should find your purpose in life. I was listening to another podcast, and I listened to quite a few things that they just kind of, I can't give credit to who it was, but they were saying, take a minute, take 5-10 minutes and just refocus yourself often. And just think about, what do I like? What drives me? What gives me that grandeur, not grandeur, what gives me that drive to pursue life, that zest for life? And write it down, because it could be music. It could be art. It could be, both are art. It could be cars. It could be anything, right? And when you start focusing on what you like to do, everything will kind of fall in place. I know, we live in a world where, money's important and whatnot. Yeah, especially in today's world, everything like skyrocketing. But money can come with anything if you just like put your mind to it. Like, I never thought I'd see somebody doing live art and being like super famous and making money. I'm like, wow, I never thought you could do that. And like, especially, maybe I have like a bit of a bias because I've seen stuff like, and this ties back to Brampton, but out there in Canada, like weddings and in general, I feel like obviously like Indian weddings are like huge, or any weddings, but there's a lot of money to be made, man. Like there's people getting paid to literally like live musicians, live artists, like meme people. Like it just goes to show you, like these people that do their passion, and they're amazing at it. They're great. They're like top tier elite, and they're killing it. They're traveling, they're seeing the world, they're getting paid. Phenomenal. Like even like things, I'm just like, this is such a cool world we live in, that you know people can pursue their passions and have a great life out of it. So like, to answer your question, like what is life, what's the point of life, it's like I feel like find your passion. Definitely find your passion and pursue it. Don't fall into like I fell into the whole go to school, you know, follow, you know, you gotta get a degree and whatever and get the job. And yes, that's good. That is extremely important. That's how you sustain yourself. But I feel in today's world we live in now, it's not the world that like our parents that came into, and it's like, oh yeah, like they worked hard. Our parents worked so hard, and it's like they just knew, okay, well, if you go to university, you get a degree, you get a good job, everything's set. And that's what it was then. That's not what it is now. It's like you have that currently, and that's just to survive. That's to get your insurances, to pay your bills and whatever. And that's still pushing it. Like I know people that have degrees, 2-3 degrees, and they're roughing it out. It's hard. And that's where it comes back to like, okay, like you pursue something. So you have your 9 to 5, and then you have your 5 to 10. So you go and pursue your other avenues of your interests and make your side money, make your hustle, you know, like that's how you will progress in life. Like you'll never, one thing like my grandparents told me, they're like, you'll never become like, and it's not that the key to life is to become wealthy, but you want to have generational wealth. You want to have like some type of foundation. So, you know, the struggles that your parents went through and stuff, like your kids don't go through that, or, you know, whatever. So it's like, you'll never become truly like wealthy or successful if you just work for somebody. And that's the truth. Cause guess what? Like you're working for a company that, you know, I hate to say this, but everybody's kind of disposable, and like they, you know, it is what it is. Like you can be replaced. You know, the company has their best interest in mind. You need to have your best interest in mind. And I say that with all due respect, because like every company, you know, there's great companies out there. Like I work for a great company. They care about you. That is true. You know, I'm extremely happy. Like it's not that. It's just, I feel everybody needs to have some type of, in today's world, to progress, succeed, have some type of side hustle. You know, it could even just be like Ubering. That's just extra money that helps out. But again, I want to keep coming back to money, and that's what it seems like. But yeah, key to life, I would say, or point of life is to find your find your passion and pursue it.
Wow.
That
Yeah,
went deep.
Because you get, there's a type of gratification that you get out of that a financial thing can't really give you. You know, you get it's what kind of like pushes you and drives you. Like you're happy to go to work. Like Rana's known, I've had like so many different types of jobs, good jobs, shitty jobs, like you name it. And my current employer, like I love them. Like I wake up and I have solitude at work, and I feel in my career, especially like as a pharmacist, like that is unheard of in the US. And you know, no job is easy, no job like is perfect. But yeah, it's nice to have that. You know, and that drives me. And then, you know, and that's when I sit there and I'm like, is that same question. I'm like, what is life? Like, what? This is not life. Like, I'm not just gonna wake up every day and go and go on my computer, like, okay, talk some here and there. Oh, blah blah blah. Oh, okay, it's lunchtime. Okay, it's time to go home, and then rinse and repeat. And then months and weeks fly by, and I'm just like sitting here. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like, and to like tie into something else, like it gets kind of deep. And I want to throw a question back to you guys. I personally feel within the past year, time itself. So time, to me, like I feel like, okay, I have two things on time. One, time truly doesn't exist. Time is made up, but time does exist. And I feel that how time has been moving lately and currently has been on an exponential level. Like I feel like time used to move a lot slower than what it currently does. Like now, just like hours and days and minutes just zip by. Weeks have been flying by like insanely fast. And I some people I talk to also they've been feeling that too. They're like, yeah, it's weird. Like time has sped up. And I want to throw it to you guys. Do you guys feel that, or is that just in my head?
I feel that. Like maybe is it because of the mobile phones and the technology and the internet that we're constantly on that we don't get
No, we've had that for like the past 10, like like even like past 10 years we've had iPhones and stuff. I'm saying like,
or the world is getting over. Like
yeah, that I had a buddy tell me, well, like, oh, maybe it's because of all like the chaos that's going on right now. And I was just like, maybe, well, I don't know, something's going on. What about you, Ryan? How you feel time is moving quicker?
I do. But I think that's also because time is moving quicker because like what was a year when we were younger is now like it's relatively smaller than what it was before.
So that's the other theory that I was going to play devil's advocate and throw that out. It's like, okay, well, now that we're all older, like time does move differently for us as adults than when you're a child. Like, you know, when you're going from 5 to 6 or 5 to 7, that amount of growth is exponential. It's huge. But when you go from like 30 to 33, it's not. But
like, you get what I'm saying? Like
yeah, I get what you're saying.
1 to 2 is 100% like what, and then like, but then like 2 to 3 is like, you know, a third, or you know,
it gets less and less. But I just feel like literally since like July, like I would literally say a year, like July last year, it's just been like, or even less than that, maybe like January of this year to now, like time is just moving extremely fast. It's kind of weird. There's like a seismic one of those chart things. I should have prepared better, but like I saw something like there's a few people I follow on like Instagram and they're like posting these like, I don't know if they're Geiger counters, but they're just like seismic waves, and they're like, oh, like yeah, time is moving quicker, and in 5 to 10 years we're gonna have to, you know, move our clocks forward 2 seconds or something.
That's
yeah. So even though it's 2 seconds, I'm like, no, I feel like there's something else that's cooking. Maybe like Nishant said, it is the end of the world.
The guy that proved what was it, like he was able to prove that like time travel is real by having an atomic clock and like going really fast to the point where the atomic clock actually like shifted a second or whatever. Like,
yeah, no, that, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, and yeah, that is true. Like, Rana, you're a movie person too. Like, one of the older Supermans, like I don't remember where, like I think Lois died or something. He went around the world like super fast, like supersonic or hypersonic.
Right.
Back in time so you could see her. It was like a scene. It was one of those the original like the OG
Superman joints.
Yeah. But I'm like that. I believe that is a real possibility. Like time travel is that's a thing. Like I feel like they're all, maybe it's not exactly like that, but maybe like all of them are on like the same plane that we're on. You know what I mean? Like the past, present, future is just on this plane, just in different dimensions.
Wow.
Like was it Interstellar? Was that movie, right?
Yeah. Oh my god, that movie.
There's some of the people I follow that like talk to dissected that. They're like, yeah, that's how time travel is. Like that's how you see time. Like it was just like shoe boxes or whatever. Like you could just see all these fragmented moments.
Nishant, have you seen that movie?
Yep.
Yeah.
I had to rewatch it multiple times just to understand that.
I actually watched it about 5 or 6 times. Same thing, Sean. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, man. Yeah, no, that's yeah, time is a freaky thing. Like it just it's one of those, like it's like the one asset that you can't like attain or change, or you know, so it's like it just it runs on its own, like it has its own rules.
Yeah, it's regardless of me and you, it's just going.
Yeah. Wow, man. Yeah. Good.
Speaking of time, I think we're towards the end of it.
Yeah, we were. That's good. I like that, Nishant. Yeah. So I know you gotta get going, so we want to be respectful to the time.
Thank you. I hope you guys have me on again. This was great. Like
awesome. We loved it. Yeah, this is really fun, man. This is what it's about right here. Just having these like conversations that stick with you for the rest of the day, the rest of the week, rest of the month, however long. So yeah, man. Well, shoot, I'll probably see you later this week.
I'll definitely see you this week, Rana.
Nishant, you'll see him hopefully.
I gotta come to Odisha where he is. I gotta come there. So
You should. You
yeah,
should.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
yeah.
You'll
Yeah,
have an amazing time. That's
that's
my
cool.
guarantee.
That's cool.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool that he knew. Varun knew what.
Yeah. So yeah, we could just like end on that, end on a spiritual aspect there, another like holy spot. Yeah, that's Krishna's heart, so Odisha, man. Like I talk a lot. I was like, you could tell me a little bit. I'm sure you've gone, right? Like you've gone visited multiple times. Yeah. What's your? Let me ask you, what's your? I've never like really asked anybody. What was your experience? Did you feel anything? Do you feel like a vibration there? Like, what have you felt when you've gone? What was your experience? Just a short one.
Like I've gone way more time. I don't even have the count right now. Right?
That's awesome.
So with
Yeah,
that
you're
family and my
charged, man.
parents,
You're
I've gone.
recharged. Yeah, that's great.
And even though I'm not that spiritual, but I think growing up in Odisha, okay, that place has a special place in my heart, right?
Yes,
Every
yes.
Rath Yatra, I'm excited,
Yes,
and I'm
yes.
legit, we're
So
super
Rana,
excited for that.
they bring the deities out for like a whole procession. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So, like, of course, I just sit at the temple, and you just close your eyes, and you can feel the energy, right? You can feel the
Yes.
positive energy. You just
That's
forget
awesome.
everything.
Yeah, you just
Right.
kind of you feel like you kind of lose sense of time, right? A little bit, like you just kind of zone out, but you're zoned in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus, and I love the food. It's called abada.
I was gonna ask you, what did you eat? What did you get?
It's called abada, right? It's the prasad,
Yeah.
right? And goja and everything. It's delicious.
So Rana, I don't know the exact number, but there is literally I think 1,000 different dishes that they prepare. Literally, like, right? It's something like I don't know how many hundreds of different type of like khicharis and sweet things and savory things and sour. Like it's literally just like hundreds and hundreds of pots of different foods.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's the food god. He likes food.
and I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how many of those pots I'm allergic to.
Yeah, you're right.
Majority of them. Majority of them.
Man, hey yo, we had a good time, man.
Yeah, for real.
We'll let you go, man.
Oh, thank you. Love you guys.
I'll see you soon, Nishant.
Yeah.
He'll see you hopefully sooner than later.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
definitely. No, I got
I'm gonna ping you on Instagram. Like, do you have Instagram?
Oh yeah. I'll send you my Instagram. Like Ronnie, you can share it with it.
All right, I'll share with them. Well, all right, y'all. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for me, guys. I appreciate it. Look forward
Thank
to
you
talking
so much. I loved your energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. All right, y'all.
Guys, bye.